need to start with a French braid. So start with your 2 strands, crisscross them over, and then get a 3rd strand. And then you just keep adding on. So I've French braided all the way down the tail, and once I get to the end of the tailbone, I'm just gonna finish the braid. No more French braiding. Alright, so we finished that braid off. So I'm gonna use tape. You can use rubber band, whatever you got, to hold that. And then the rest of the tail here, we're gonna braid that. Just a simple old-fashioned braid. Alright, so I finished this braid, so now I've got 2 braids here. To pull the tail through, you just need a wire coat hanger you've pulled straight. I like to start with the thicker braid. A couple braids down. I don't start at the tippy top because these are weak here and it'll rip it out. Thread your coat hanger down. Get your first braid and pull it through. And left or right side, doesn't matter. Then you're going to get your second piece. Thread your coat hanger down, get your second piece. Pull it through. Now we have our 2 braids pulled through. I'm going to undo this tape and braid the 2 braids into one. So undo those. Get about 3 even pieces. Doesn't have to be perfect. And then you're going to braid these all together. Get to the bottom, either put a piece of tape or rubber band on your tail. And then I like to pull it back down where you put the skinnier braid. There's more room. See how far down it's going to go. Thread your coat hanger up. And see here, how I'm leaving this one section. I'm going to come below it. Your braid's on top of that section. I'm going to bring the coat hanger below it. Pull that down. And there's your pull through tail. Alright, and for your simple tail braid, same thing, you're going to French braid all the way down your tailbone. And then when you get to the end, this time, instead of just completing out the braid, you're going to keep collecting tail from the back here and incorporate all this tail into your braid. See how I'm grabbing all this tail and adding it all to my braid, so we have just one big braid, no hair left over. And we're going to braid this to the end. Alright, so I've braided to the end. You're either going to take your tape or your rubber band to hold your braid. And now here, you can either fold it on top of your tailbone, or you can fold it underneath. I like to fold it underneath, but some people with mares say they hate that. So you'll just have to kind of test it and find out. So again, you can either fold it up, tape it here on top, or I'm going to fold it under and tape it underneath my tailbone. You can do 2 or 3 things of tape, dealer's choice. There's that. You're gonna shake your tail out and find a good long, strong chunk of hair. Here's the end of my tailbone. So I'm going 5 inches up, 4 or 5 inches up, and grab this strand. And it's at the back of the tailbone where I'm grabbing it. I'm gonna hold it separate and collect the rest of my tail. See, this piece is out here. And I'm gonna do a short braid just at the end of the tailbone. Alright, so see, I've just got, again, like 4 or 5 inch braid here at the end. So I've got this third piece pulled over here to my right. I don't know that it matters, but we just want 2 pieces of hair now. I'm going to fold it up towards my tailbone, and then I'm going to wrap it around the tail. Crisscross behind the tail here, pull it tight, crisscross again, and just keep crisscrossing until you've just got, I don't know, less than a foot of hair here. You don't want too much, but then you don't want too little, because then it'll fall out. I'm twisting clockwise those 2 strands together, real tight. Everything's got to be tight, because it's all being held together without taping it. So I've twisted that tight clockwise about, again, 4 or 5 inches. And then I'm going to fold it in half. So then I've got this little loop here. So we've got this crank tight. We're going to grab this piece, pull it around the back, about halfway down, take it, and I'm kind of holding it here with my pinky so that strand doesn't go anywhere. And I'm just turning, wrapping this around clockwise, and keep turning. And I'm going to tuck that little knob under there. So I just keep twisting clockwise. Keep twisting until you can't anymore. You want it to be super tight. Right. And when you can't twist it anymore, then we're going to pull this down, and that locks it into place. So there's your pull-it knot. And now to undo this, we pulled it down to lock it into place. Now we're going to push this whole knot contraption up, and that's going to loosen it up a little bit to where you can undo this. Now we're going counterclockwise to undo that twist you did. And it all just kind of falls apart.